Republicans to Democrats, Republicans to Democrat, health care, defense, and all this. And this is kind of what gets me going of the mornings. And as I see it, man, it is a game that they're playing between each other. And it's not even a good game, because if it was a good game, it wouldn't have to be so deceptive. Alright. Now, we need to get rid of all the layers of insurances and taxes. We need to stand behind our forces and our ability for data, because if we're not on top of it, we need to figure out how to align ourselves to be on top of it. Alright, period. So that don't mean cutting defense money. That don't mean shutting down the armed services. What I feel we ought to do is integrate and become more involved with the armed forces. The what are them people called? Contractors, the engineers. Yeah, them engineers, National Guard engineers. I don't know, Marine Corps engineers, whoever engineers, and really step up the struggle to find anybody other than the earth to mine off of. We ought to be mining stuff out of all these other planets already. We're not. We got the basic skills, we just ain't working together. We need to make drone RC controlled vehicles, send them to Mars, the moon, and Venus and back if possible. Now, Venus and back, if we can get a vehicle that can travel down to Venus, touch down, and then come back here, if we're capable of doing that because of the gravity of the sun, which I assume we are, I don't know, it should be, we might be able to escape that gravity. That's what we need to be mining, because the sun's going to expand. That's the finite resource that the sun's going to absorb. If the sun's going to absorb it, we should be able to absorb it with relative to no deviation of our gravities. Right? Alright, but I don't think we can get to Venus. So we just need to start building us some plateaus up here with drone RC vehicles and get motivated like they were back in the fighting for survival against the Nazis. Alright, I mean, we're getting pretty crowded around here. I just had a chicken that was doing great, just fall over dead. Wonder why. Alright, you see? Overcrowded a little bit. Can't live on fart vapor. You might like to eat a fart, but you can't live on fart vapor. Alright? Okay, let's see. And we need to get this flat insurance and this flat tax back to where it needs to be. I mean, we need to get a flat insurance and tax system that doesn't have to have layers and layers and layers of taxes driving up the cost of everything and allowing a few people to prosper off the masses like this. Okay? We got to do away with that insurance scam. Invest it in our community via our government resources. Alright. Preserve free trade with a flat tax that just focuses on trade. Alright. Get rid of prohibition. Alright. So law enforcement officers will have the respect that they deserve to keep us safe, and the cooperation they need to keep us safe. Let's see what else. Eminent domain. We need to cease that, because there ain't no reason in them bulldozing over here somebody's house to prosper somebody down the road, however far it is. Maintain what you got. Stop running over everybody's home and their farm and their heritage foods and their heritage crops, because that's what heritage should stand for, is keeping alive from us, the human species, our heritage foods, plants, animals. We're supposed to keep them alive. You know what we're saying? So we got to keep these species of life alive. Because right now we might not see their whole potential. Right now, I tell you what, I've heard tell of people starving overseas, and we could probably do something. Who knows? If I was starving, I'd try to chew on a tree. Pine tree. Yeah, well, maybe. I've eaten pine cones. Bears eat pine cones every day. Chocolate covered pine cones. Hey. So, pine bark. Eat that. Didn't poison me. You chew on a maple tree. You die, you eat tree. Toothpick, very good sauce. Thank you. Anything's better than nothing. Dirt's good for you. Use some density. Iron, now that shit's hard to sweat out. Rusty iron. Make it hard to mow. Whew, damn, I shouldn't drink all that irony water. Oh, blowing right. Alright, let's see what else can we improve right quick while we got it going on. Personally, through our hometown, I'd like to see a one-way street starting at the 4 lanes going all the way uptown toward the top end of town, which is why have it go up when you can have it come down, right? Alright. I'm going to have to reconsider that. Starting at the courthouse, working its way all the way down through town. Should be a one-way street. King Street. Bam. Fixed. Alright, but on to national issues. Insurance and taxes, man. There's so many layers of them. They're not going to enable us to grow in a free, competitive market because it just ain't working. If we had a flat tax, okay, fine, man. We got to have we'll still have the debate on what services the government gives and facilitates, which a lot of people are like, well, I mean, insurance is like the only thing I can see that they're really, really suitable to handle. Because, I mean, they're fucking us so well with it. End of story. Thank you!